What's going on YouTube? Chris back with another video. Today we're going to be checking out, I think, the biggest product that I've ever unboxed on this channel. And we're going to be looking at the Narwal Freo robot vacuum. And I have it right behind me down here. Huge box, and it's quite heavy. They did provide it to me free of charge. They are not paying me to unbox or review this. So everything that I'm showing you in my experience, I'm going to be using it as my daily vacuum in our house. All that is going to be unseen by them and just true kind of really how it's going and if it's really worth you checking out. But I've been using the Roborock S6 robot vacuum pretty much since I've reviewed that, and I'll leave that up here somewhere you can check out. But the Freo is on a completely different level. It does mopping, it's smart, it cleans itself, it does floor identifications all by itself. But enough of me yapping, we're gonna go ahead and get it unboxed real quick. Like I said, it's a big box. And so first you get, it looks like the vacuum is inside here, inside styrofoam. And really, we're gonna be looking at that right now. Nice presentation with some instruction manual right on top. You're gonna need to download the Narwal Freo app to be able to get this working properly and set up. Now, this is one thing that I already like better than the Roborock, is that this comes in white, and this is the Freo model by itself. So white, in my opinion, just looks a lot better than black. It doesn't stand out as much. This is a lot heavier than the other robot vacuum as well, but that looks really nice. But of course, looks aren't everything. It's about performance. We're gonna go over this. It has tons of different sensors. So up here you have the LiDAR, which will basically be able to map your house. Robot vacuums having LiDAR makes a world of a difference with just the overall functionality and ease of use from a user perspective. There's a button up here on top that you can press by itself to probably like stop, start when it's in the middle of a cleaning cycle. They are sensors all around on the underside. So if you take a look and flip this upside down. So here are the two mops that spin. There is a kind of a leveling center wheel here for help direction. These nice large wheels with good grip and kind of be able to terrain different obstacles like carpet, and kind of lifts in between different surfaces. You have your main middle brush right here, and then you also have your side brushes that you have to attach. Now, I'm used to using a screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, to attach these, and it looks like these just snap in. They are color coded to let you know which are supposed to go on what side. So the blue looks like to be on the left side. They snap in just like that. And that was actually a piece of cake. Toolless, perfect. It looks like you have a little cliff edge sensor up front as well. So that way, if you have this on the second floor, it's not gonna go tumbling down the stairs. And then easy to lift rear gate to get access to your dust bin. Now, some robot vacuums now come with like an automatic dust bin section that goes into its own trash bag. This doesn't have it, but because this is a mop, the mopping dirty water is actually collected in the base, which we'll be looking at in just a second. So this is a nice large dust bin. This also houses some water in here, I believe. You do get a little cleaning brush and a little razor to cut any sort of hair from your main brushes. And then this just snaps right in, just like that. Little piece of foam, I forgot to put the little brush in. It stays in place. There's a little spot that it clips clicks into, which is really nice. I take out this piece of foam for transit, for safety. And then we have the front little bumper and some more sensors on the front and on the right-hand side as well. So like I mentioned earlier, it does smart sense the different surfaces. So depending on the surface, it will be able to detect how much fluid and how much pressure the mops are to spin and push down on the surface to make sure your surfaces stay safe. And it is compatible with various types of surfaces. I reached out to them since we do have real hardwood floors. I asked them like, hey, water and wood don't really mix. How does this work? And they said it's completely safe and it doesn't put a lot of pressure on the wood flooring, so you're not going to get a lot of marring or scratches or anything like that, which you don't want on wood floors. So next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the base station where this houses. We're going to get this out of the way real quick. Here we go. So quick start guide here as well. So that is something nice to see. A lot of people may not be tech savvy. It gives you QR code to scan the app. You can go into the App Store or Google Play Store and also search Narwal Freo. The reason why I said this is the biggest unboxing, I'm telling you this is a big box back here. And if it weren't for these two big handles on the side to lift this out of the box, I wouldn't have been able to sit and pull it out of the box. This weighs a ton, let me tell you that. And as you can see, this is a big base as well. But this base is very, very pretty indeed. Almost dropped it, but we're safe and sound. We're good to go. Alrighty. Narwal says up front. So this is all kind of plastic construction. This looks very premium and very kind of like space agey and very futuristic looking. We got some chrome accents around silver and it just looks really nice. Down here we got some accessory packages all wrapped inside styrofoam. They include a bit of lemon basil floor cleaner right out of the box. You can pick this up on their website for additional if you run out. I'll leave the links where you can pick this up all down below. It's not affiliate links. You might be able to get this for a discounted price. But the Narwal Freo, let's before we go any further, it's not cheap. I'll be honest. $1,300 for a robot vacuum. You're probably used to spending, even if you have one already, $200, $300, $400 maybe at most. Not everyone has that type of change to splurge on a robot vacuum, and that is going to be a big part of my conclusion whether or not this is actually worth $1,300. Like I said, I've been using the Roborock S6, and we still have to use a separate vacuum to get corners and edges and things like that. You do have your standard just cable here, also kind of in a grayish white color, so color matching, fantastic. And this top lid opens up, revealing some additional touchscreen functionalities. If you didn't think you needed a touchscreen on a robot vacuum, well, the Narwal has it. For whatever reason you do, we'll look into that of really what's going on with it. You got a Freo mode, which is its own smart sensing mode. Basically, it detects how dirty the floor is and it will continue to clean the floor until it determines that it's an adequate level of cleanliness. That's Freo mode. Again, never would have thought that in a robot vacuum. Touch functionality for setup and everything else up here on top, which might be a little excessive, but first world problems, I guess. We have a dirty water, kind of like a gray water tank from an RV, for example, from washing your hands and things like that. This has all of the dirty water, dirt, grime, the cleaner, kind of whatever it cleans up from your floor, all that will be contained in here. It cleans the dirt from the mops and brings all that dirty water into that tank, and then you have a clean bucket for good water there. Something that just ran through my mind, it would be crazy if this had like an actual just water hookup, so it would continuously have clean water dumped into the tank. Anyways, that's just my engineering mind running wild, but this is crazy. Anyways, so we got the dock down here at the bottom, which will automatically go back home when it needs a charge. And also if it's finished cleaning, it'll then clean the mops. But I think that's enough talking right now. Let's just get it set up and maybe just do a test clean and see what happens. All right, so we have the Narwal Freo hooked up here, and now we're gonna actually go through the setup right here. Scan for activation code. All right, so instead of clicking the Narwal Freo, we can just click on this little icon up here and get that scanned. Start network configuration. And we should be next in the setup process. So we're still sitting at this screen here. We're using a Nothing Phone 1. So I'm not sure why it just keeps spinning, but I will have to take a look to see what's going on. All right, folks, so we finally were able to get this set up. I had to do a combination of closing out of the app, reinitiating the setup, and rebooting the actual robot, and then it kind of worked very flawlessly. So here's that display. Like I said in a little earlier, never would have thought needed a display on a robot vacuum, but we can swipe between different modes, vacuum then mop. We can vacuum and mop, just vacuum or just mop, or the initial being Freo mode. Basically, it smartly detects the floor and does everything automatically and does multiple runs. Here's the settings menu. You can increase, decrease the brightness, and then probably need to update the firmware on this more than likely. We have a volume level as it was talking to us. Cleaner, carpet cleaning, child lock, that way a kid doesn't come over here and start messing with settings. Do not disturb mode, smart dry as well, English, you can rebuild your map. So here's the app itself. Intelligence, yeah, seamlessly cleans near the walls, dirty remops and carpet cleaning. And what we just saw on the display, it's going through the actual app itself. You can tell it to clean a specific room multiple times, set up schedules. So I'm going to take a look at some of these settings here, and then I will kind of talk to them through with you a little bit here in just a moment. All right, here we are. So we're going to go ahead and just try cleaning the hallway in Freo mode. As you saw, I put some water and also the kind of cleaning agent. And so we're going to go ahead and see what all it can clean just in that little area.
Start the Freo mode.
It's the water pump. It's pumping the water. Okay, Sterling is interested. So basically what it's doing is auto cleaner washing mops. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Because I never mopped anything. function now. So basically what it's doing is getting the mop all the way up to the edge as it's turning and sweeping around. Alright, so it is done cleaning, and you can kind of see the wet spots from the damp. It didn't get in kind of like this corner and there. Originally where it started was over here and went down that way. So the beginning portion is starting to dry a little bit. But at the moment, what it is doing is cleaning the mop and washing them. So if we take a look, the app is taking 11 minutes to clean our hallway. You see now it updated. It's now washing them up. That's what it's doing there. Alright everyone, so we got the Narwal Freo set up, got the app installed and everything working finally. Got the firmware update, which actually took quite a bit of time. If I'm being honest, took about 10 minutes or so. I was kind of like, okay, what do I do now? There was no really indication on the dock or in the app of like the progress. So you just kind of had to wait. And then I heard the Freo, the actual robot, the vacuum portion, kind of like turn off and then turn back on once or twice. And then it finally audibly said, hey, the firmware has been complete. So yeah, that was just a little odd. So basically what I'm going to be doing now is, this was the initial unboxing. I'm going to use this as a primary vacuum, use the mop functionality for a little bit, kind of really get a good idea of really how it performs, the app, and any sort of usability, any sort of flaws, any bugs, anything weird from using it for a little bit. So that way I can give you an accurate review and representation of kind of really what to expect out of a $1,200, $1,300 smart robot vacuum, to see if the Freo actually works as it should, if the mopping functionality works as it should, if it even cleans my floors any better than my 4-year-old Roborock S6 vacuum. So we'll give it a shot, see how it works. Now the cleaning agent here actually goes inside of the top portion. So you pull out the clean water and then you put this in, and then this will act as a cleaning agent and also add additional kind of scent once it's finished cleaning. So yeah, it'll be a very interesting test here, but more importantly is giving you the honest review that you need and deserve. But anyways, enough of me rambling. The initial unboxing and setup of the Narwal Freo is complete. Like I said, I'll make a separate full final review of my thoughts and experiences in a separate video later on, so subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified of that. I know this is a pretty lengthy unboxing and setup, but I wanted to at least give you a full, clear picture of what to expect if you do get the Narwal Freo. I'll leave links down in the description where you can pick it up. But thank you all for watching. If you watched to the very end, appreciate you. Thank you so much for helping out my channel. Until next time, my name is Chris. Hope you all take care and stay safe. I'll see y'all in the next video.